Shubhodaya. Good morning all. And many of you are watching online through Zoom network. It's the second attempt. Last week also we had class on Zoom. This week also. Welcome to all the audience connecting online, and because of the current situation we are trying to maintain a safe distance and social distance so that we can practice in a healthy way. And, these days the government across the world, governments are saying that only essential services are allowed. If you are in a non-essential service, do not go out, and only essential services are permitted. And in organic chemistry, they talk about essential oil. What is essential oil? Oil with essence. One which has essence, fragrance, like sandalwood oil or eucalyptus oil or neem oil. It is called as essential oil. And government is saying, are you essential? And in our life, we had to reflect, is there any essence in our life? Is there any fragrance in our life? If we have a fragrance, then we will have essence, we will be having a value to others. If we do not have any essence in our life, very mundane life, ordinary life, and petty thinking, if you do that way, live that way, there is no essence. And like government saying non-essential services are not required, in our life also, if there is no essence, people will say, sorry, you are not essential. You are not required. We are not required by the community if we do not have essence. And in the yoga says how to get essence in your life so that you become essential, so that you become of value for others. And yoga in this term I have been covering Yama and niyama. Yama, last week I mentioned, Yama talks about you should not live such a way that you should not be a trouble for society. You should not be a burden for the society. By you should not become a nuisance for the society. And Yama talks about how the society's influence, society's problem won't bog you down. And Yama says you should not be a nuisance for others. And niyama says that make sure that society won't be a nuisance for you. How to protect yourself. And in Yama, I touched upon in the earlier classes, ahimsa, I touched ahimsa, and satya and aparigraha last week I touched upon, and today is Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, the loose meaning, Brahmacharya means celibacy. That is not the message of the scriptures. Yes, it is to a certain extent that celibacy, that is the loose meaning. And for example, if that is the case, in Sri Krishna has 16,800 wives, and he is called as Anadi Brahmachari and eternal Brahmachari. And in Mahabharata, at the end of the war, and Ashwatthama was a celibate, and Arjuna had 4 wives, and they shot arrows at each other, the divine arrows, and it was causing havoc around the world. And Vedavyasa asked them to withdraw, and he said, those who are a brahmachari can be able to withdraw. Though Ashwatthama was a celibate and he could not withdraw. And whereas Arjuna, though married, had 4 wives, he could able to withdraw. And so Brahmachari, in the what Yoga Shastra talks about and Bhagavad Gita talks about. Brahmacharya means something unique. Brahma means Brihat, big. You had to, something big, you had to think. Acharya means you have to, your practice, your life should be towards that big thing. Your life should not be ordinary. Whatever you are thinking, it should be extraordinary. Not like an ordinary person, you should not think. Whatever you are speaking, it should be something great, something extraordinary. Whatever you are practicing, implementing in your life, it should be something extraordinary. Then Brahmacharya, Acharya practice. You have to implement, not just talk, implement. And Brahmacharya, towards the something highest, you should aspire for that one. As we start thinking, that's why think good, think positive, think noble, think auspicious, think big. Always it talks about think big. It is Brahmacharya. You are when you start thinking something big, all the time, you start getting extra energy in yourself. Because you are thinking something big, not ordinary, your energy level also starts going up. In the present situation, if you turn on many people do not have job now. They are staying at home. Many retired people, they don't know how to pass the time. They turn on the television and watch CNN or some news, BBC or Australian ABC or Australian news or world news, European news. Everywhere is a corona. It's a corona. Day in and out, it is talking about that one, talking about that many people have died, this many people have died, this many people in the hospital, and people can't find the bed. And if I am seeing the message, television again and again, my mind becomes very panicky. I feel helpless. And mind, it's a general nature of the mind. It goes into starts thinking about the worst possible scenario. If you are by yourself at home, you start thinking about the worst possible scenario, and mind becomes very droopy, depressed, and I start losing power in mental power, physical power. I become helpless. It's an effect of that one. And now governments across many people, many psychiatrists and psychologists and many people, they are talking about the mental health has become a biggest problem. Many elderly people, mental health, they don't know how to manage with themselves. Anxiety, stress, depression. Now we have to keep our children, youths, very busy. Now, if they can't find a job or children at home, few days they will be playing on computer or a toy, and after that parents also lose steam and they leave it by themselves. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, if they stay, their creativity goes down. And creativity, if you do not have a Brahmacharya, thinking big, thinking noble, thinking auspicious, get associated with good books and inspire yourself. And the counter, what is the effect of that one? If you are not paying attention, you become depressed. Your power starts waning off. It's becoming very down, and you are giving a way for some strong person to come and rule your life. If you become very weak, what happens? That many dictators, how they managed to rule the people, they made people helpless. When people became helpless, then they have a power on them. They rule over, they dictate, they blindly follow. And Brahmacharya, by doing that one, you are thinking is very sharp. You can think for yourself. And Kathopanishad talks about Uttishtatha Jagrata Prapyavara Nibodhata Kshurasya Dhara Nishitam Duratyaya Durgam Kavayo Vadanti. And it says that think big, think auspicious, have a big goal for your life. Do not stop till you reach your goal. And when you start thinking something big, something noble, extraordinary energy comes to your body. That itself dispels the negative energy. Even the body immunity goes up. When the mind is down, my immunity goes down. I am susceptible to various ailments. Corona and other things can come to my body very easily. When my energy level is so high, and its energy level goes up, and it is a prevention against the diseases. And in the Bhagavad Gita, in Brahmacharya, he talks about, Sri Krishna talks about, it is a tapas. You have to do it as a tapas. And Devad Vijagaro Prajnam Pujanam Shauchamarjavam Brahmacharya Ahimsam Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. It is a tapas in the physical level. It's a tapas in the physical level, Brahmacharya. Why we have to do? So that the best purpose of your life is realized. You will become something unique, something great. And the purpose of scriptures to make you something great, someone great, not an ordinary person. Accomplish, you have life that health is there, achieve, aspire for great things. And instead of thinking on the negative things, and bring your mind on to now. Are you okay now? And I may be thinking I lost my job, or I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Then ask the question again. How about, are you okay now, right now? And at this moment, yes, at this moment I am okay. At this moment I am okay. Then when you stay in the present moment and future, be positive, and it will be looked after. Be positive, it will be looked after. Whenever mind goes into the negative vicious cycle, what will happen? Then put the question back onto you. Am I okay right now? Now, yes, I am okay. Then stay in that moment, and think positive. And in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about what happens if you are established in Brahmacharya. And Brahmacharya pratishtayam virya labhaha. Patanjali says, those who are established in Brahmacharya, this way they will have tremendous energy in their life. They won't be a dull person. They will have tremendous energy. They will overcome all obstacles in their path, and they will realize their goal. And Yoga Sutra, Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about, Yama talks about, our scriptures talk about, and Bhagavad Gita talks about, established in Brahmacharya. Think big, think great, think auspicious. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it talks about, the teacher tells what type of students the teacher wants. And the teacher is saying that I don't want ordinary students. I want extraordinary students should come to me from all over the place. I don't want ordinary people, ordinary students. It's not that way. And I am willing to do that type of students. May they come to me from all sides. Amayanto Brahmacharina Swaha, Vimayanto Brahmacharina Swaha, Pramayanto Brahmacharina Swaha, Dhamayanto Brahmacharina Swaha, Shamayanto Brahmacharina Swaha. This Brahmacharya, the students established in Brahmacharya, having great aspiration for their life, with a great vision for their life, may they come to me. Those who are having the control over their senses, control over their tongue, and what they talk, what they eat, and senses, may they come to me from all sides, so that these students, these people, when they educate, they will be a torch bearers for the generation. They will uplift the generation and enliven the generation. And when that Brahmacharya, when established, that person will not be a burden to the society. Instead, he or she will become a great value to the society. And Brahmachari, it's a need of the day when all over the world, when people are going through the downtime and contemplate on Brahmacharya. I should achieve something great. Yes, things are tough, and sooner or later, and better, the problem will subside. Problem cannot last forever. And how best I can, that when the problem goes, how can I spring back very quickly? Now I am clamped down, I am staying at home. You can plan your life when things subside. And the great achievers, the best thing comes out when the problem is there. And it's what is that? Mother of invention. What is the mother of invention? When the problem is there and the trouble is there, then only people start thinking how to escape. Now think how best you can add value to others. How to get essence, so that in the present situation also you can reach out. Now every day so many people are bombarding with WhatsApp. Some negative message, something happened. For make a sankalpa, I won't forward any message today. No negative message, I won't forward. Or I am staying at home for 1 week, 2 weeks, make a resolution. I won't forward anything which is negative. Make a resolution, make a commitment, and not to read all WhatsApp messages or Facebook messages. Stay away from internet and every day invest onto yourself. How to get essence of your life, so that when problems subside, you will become something unique in the society. You will become an essential person. Lie down.